Good morning, everyone. I'm Connie Myers. It's 10 o'clock, so this must be to 70 and beyond. And I'm out at one of Missy's favorite parks, the Floyd Lamb Tule Springs State Park. And I wanted to bring her out here because it has been hot here. It's been like 90 degrees before 9 o'clock, so we haven't had a chance to go for a little walk or anything. So I thought this would be a good spot for coming to you live this morning. I listened to a webinar this week, excuse me, and it was talking about the business of the future. It was a gentleman by the name of Dave Tina was talking. He was talking about business, but this also, what he was talking about, really applies to our lives, in particular right now. And he talked about 5 very important points for having a successful business, but also, in my estimation, having a successful life. So I want to talk about those, and then we're going to talk about mindset, because this really boils down to mindset. The first one is be human. Be authentic. And some people are getting tired of that word, but just be real. Be who you are and be authentic. The second one is be worth it. Know that you're worth it. Know that you can be and do whatever it is you want to be and do. As long as you're living your life's purpose, things will happen that will just have everything fall into place. That certainly has happened to me these last few months. This disaster course, I've never been more passionate about anything in my life. My goal is to increase the number of people. If you can hear that in the background, there's lots of peacocks, so I'm sorry. I've got my headset on to try and block out some of the wind noise and stuff, but you may still be hearing the peacocks. Anyway, my goal and my vision now for the next 5 years is to take the preparedness of individuals in this country from 16%, which I personally think is high, to 25% of people being prepared for disasters. That would mean that I would influence 30 million lives. And all I have to do is start influencing and helping a handful of people, and we can get to that number very quickly. So be worth it. Be whatever it is you're going to be. Do it and be happy about it. And if you're not, then change. Be intentional. I know my intentions now. What are your intentions? Over the next 5 years, after the pandemic, where are you going to go? Everything is a crystalline moment, and there's always a gift and an opportunity. So what are those gifts and opportunities that are happening right now with the pandemic and with everything else that's going on? Be memorable. So memorable is different for different people. What do you want to be remembered? What is your legacy? We all have a legacy. We can either have a good legacy or a not so good legacy. So what is your legacy? Be memorable. For me, it's changing 30 million people's lives. Be different. Well, my friends and family would probably tell you why I'm a little bit unique. Just don't go with the flow. So if there's 20 people going this way, you go that way. Find a way to change and switch things up in your... Excuse me, Missy's trying to walk here. Anyway, let me bring her around here. Miss, okay, that's as far as you can go. Here, there goes my paper. Can you see Missy? She's like wanting to take off. Anyway, so be different. And what does that have to do with mindset? Everything. Your mindset determines who you're going to be and what you're going to be and what kind of success you're going to have. In doing the work on the course, first responders and victims of disasters will tell you that it takes being resilient to make it through a disaster. So how do you become resilient? In the emergency world, the emergency management world, they talk about resilience of individuals, they talk about resilience of businesses, and they talk about resilience of community. So how can you be resilient now that we're coming out of this? How can you be intentional with your actions? And how can you create something that is bigger and better than it was before? Resilient means building back better. So next week we're going to talk about several other kinds of mindsets, and then I've got some actions and things you can take to be able to be resilient. And this week I want you to think about, are you resilient? How are you looking at things? So if you're out already working, or if you're getting ready to go back to work, or you're getting ready to leave the house, or what can you do to build back better than you were before? For me, I am truly grateful for this time, these 4 months that I've had to write and really get intentional with myself and be clear about where I am. If you've not gone back to work, or if you have, take some time and think about what is it that you can be resilient about with your personal life, with your professional life, with your children, with your family, with your friends. And how can we be better in loving one another? How can we build back better the relationships that need to heal now? So resilience is going to play a very important role over the next few months in so many different ways. Boy, it's getting really windy out here. Anyway, so this week, find a way to be resilient. Find a way to help your family and be an influence to your family and show them, be an example of how to be resilient. I'm going to be resilient by I'm finishing up I've got my consumer course PowerPoint done. I can't wait to share that with you. I'll be doing some of that live. And then my consumer book, I'm about 60% done. I'm hoping to have it done by Monday. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait to get it back out there so I can really start talking about it. But it all starts with mindset. I wouldn't have been able to do this if I hadn't had a resilient, persistent, survival, growth mindset. So this week, be resilient. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you next Saturday on to 70 and beyond. Take care. Oh, Letitia says, you're always such a great positive. Thank you, honey. Thank you. I love you much. So take care, all of you, and have a beautiful week. Bye now.